Welcome back to the OliviaSea podcast with your host, Bianca Franco. And today I have reoccurring guest, Zahab, and newest guest, Eden, with me today. And we are filming/recording in our Helpex area. So hopefully you guys listened to the last podcast because we're going to kind of update you guys about the ugly side of driving and owning a van and all that fun stuff. So before we jump into that, I do want to say thank you to my newest Patreons. I just opened a Patreon. The last one, I didn't make an announcement towards the... No, I think I did one towards the end. But I want to do it in the beginning, and I think this is much easier. So I want to say thank you to Matt, Nicole, Michael, Eden, and another Michael Lopez, for being my newest Patreon members and helping me out, because sometimes it is hard getting Wi-Fi and uploading it to pay for campsites and such, so this helps me out a lot. So thank you everyone for supporting me and on this little journey of mine. But back to what we're going to talk about. So it was going to be a fun podcast. We'll do that the next one, where we talk about like New Zealand slang. But I feel like we need to rant a little. And we were going to do this earlier in the van, but it probably would have been a little bit too depressing because we were going to do it in the van as it was broken down. But we waited a couple days to like feel off steam and let me think about my life and not stress out so much.
The problem as well.
Fix it. There's a happy ending to this, I swear. But yeah, so should we start it? Should we talk about our bad luck to the Tongariro, or?
I don't know. I feel like maybe we should start about like the luck of threes. Like how like we tried twice and it didn't work. No, I guess that.
Twice?
Yeah. That was the second time now, but
So
start with first.
Yeah, so okay, we have this plan that we've been wanting to do the crossing. And the last time we were going to do the crossing, there was really bad weather.
Wait, I think we need some context what the crossing is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Tongariro, yeah.
So you should explain it. You know the most about it.
Mount Doom.
Yes. Pretty much all you have to say for all you fans.
It's like literally called the world's greatest single day hike.
Yeah.
It's actually been titled that,
Yeah, but you experience different weathers and such during this hike that you have to look ahead before you obviously go.
Yeah, the weather up there is very dangerous. Can be very dangerous.
Right. So, isn't that why we canceled it last time, though?
Yeah. Last time we canceled it because it was like 60 kilometers per hour wind, which is I think in miles like 30 miles per hour. It's half basically.
Yeah.
But it's some ridiculous shit like that. Like it would actually throw you off your feet. That's how strong the winds would be.
And it's really dangerous because you can slip.
Yes.
And
it's
die.
It's like a whole volcanic area. It's actually active volcano, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we decided against it because she's gonna do the whole 3-day camp, and we were gonna meet up with her at the end and do the last hour part bit, or
the main bit, just the main
the main section. Yeah.
So we canceled it, and then where did we go next after that?
We went back up north.
We did?
Raglan.
Oh no.
Raglan.
You're right. Yeah. And then Coromandel.
Yeah, we did a whole loop basically,
Yeah.
just so to come back to a similar area to try it again.
Because we're like, oh, we'll just do it at the end of the month.
Yeah.
No biggie, right?
Yeah.
The weather should be great then.
And it was!
And it was. So we made it all the way down to Napier, because after we were just in Gisborne doing orange picking, and so some of you guys saw that.
In the vineyard.
In the vineyard, lots of fun that everyone thinks we're having, but it's actually a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to Gisborne. We had to go down to Napier to get back up to the crossing. Like New Zealand has weird roads.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we'll see Napier, spend a couple of days, and then head up. And we checked the weather, and it's absolutely perfect. The best day to go see the crossings. So we made this plan that she was going to go up there first.
Yeah. So I booked a campsite a day before I started the trail. Mm-hmm. And then the next day I just drove there.
Yeah.
And the plan was that the
Yeah.
girls will join me.
Yeah, because they share a van.
Yeah.
And then I had my own. So then, Zahab stayed behind with me and we camped. And then we're like, okay, we'll meet up with her. We planned this whole lunch. We packed everything. We're ready.
We were so prepped.
We were so
for once in our
prepped.
lives, we're actually prepped.
Zesty had his dog sitters lined up because he's not allowed on the crossing.
I carried more oats for you to make your breakfast.
She was gonna make us breakfast. Like everything was prepared. And then my van was acting up. So it was like, I don't know, it was accelerating and then kind of dying, accelerating, kind of dying. So I would pull over and like let it kind of like, I don't know, I thought it was overheating. So I would pull over and let it just sit for a little bit. And then we decided before we head to the crossing, we're going to go to the mechanics. So we went to the mechanics.
This happened a few days ago on our way down to Napier.
Yeah.
Bianca actually like kind of got stranded a little bit. Like she took off before we took off, and then on the way to Napier, we see her at the side of the road doing like waving.
You didn't even know it was her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To us, we just saw a random person waving, and you stop because someone's obviously being like, help.
And it's me.
And it was Bianca. And because she left before we did, she'd been waiting for about 40 minutes for us to turn up, essentially. And she didn't even know we were going to turn up because it's on network, no reception.
Yeah, no
she
signal.
can't text us. So on pure blind faith, she's like, they're gonna be coming. They're gonna be coming. They're gonna pass me. They'll be right here.
There was a guy even on the side of the road. He's like, "Are you sure your friend's coming?" Like, "Yep, they're coming." Like, I was just hoping they would come, but I knew they were behind me. I just didn't realize they had to get gas and put air in their tires and do all that crap.
Exactly. So we were quite behind, which never usually happens, by the way. Usually, I always like have Bianca behind us.
Yeah.
I check in the mirror every 5 minutes to make sure she's behind us. The one time we just didn't do that is this time that she decides to break down. Well, not kind of break down, but you know.
I didn't decide it. My van decided. So since it was acting up and doing this weird shit, we decided before we went to the crossing, we were going to get the okay by a mechanic. So I made a posting on Facebook, found a good mechanic, and that was fun.
Wow, people can be brutal. Honestly.
Oh my gosh. So, funny side story, I put a posting about, hey, does anybody know any mechanics? I'm a single solo traveler alone with my dog in Napier. Can somebody help me? And some girl put, you should look on Tinder or something. Are you doing a Tinder thing? Or what did she say exactly? I don't remember. But basically, have you tried Tinder?
Yeah, there you go. Have you tried Tinder?
Yeah. So I was like, oh my god. So I put, no, sorry, too busy living a life because don't you have fucking anything better to do?
Well, that was a nice response. I wanted to say, the fuck is your problem? Like, that was my response, so.
Yeah, but I was a little bit nicer.
Yeah,
whatever.
way.
But anyways, we found a good mechanic on there. Someone did reach out and said, hey, I have my friend named Heath, and go here. So we met up with him, and he was super nice. He looked at everything. He was like, oh, you just need to put oil in your car, just check it, make sure there's water. You're good to go. So he charged me some oil, $15 New Zealand dollars. He sent us on our way. Yeah. And we're like happy. We're like, yeah, we're going to the crossing. We're super excited.
Road trip, woo!
Pretty much. And then an hour in the middle of nowhere, with no service or signal, the car decides to stop accelerating. It still turns on. Just doesn't accelerate anymore. Right, like when a curve too, so someone can come behind me on the side of the hill and hit me. So we had to like roll it down the hill because I didn't want to get hit as well as being broken on the side of the road. So yeah, that happened. My poor car. We were pretty upset because the oil was just filled, so there's no way that was oil.
Like, we had so much faith. I literally, in my head, I'm like, just turn the car off, wait a few minutes, turn back on, and we'll be totally fine. Like, at this point, we still had, I was so calm, but she was freaking out. But I was still pretty chill, and I was like, no, I have faith. Like, we'll be okay, we'll make it through.
Yeah, no. I was like, really, really sad about it.
Like we tried a few times as well to keep the car kind of like accelerate again, and it went nowhere.
Well, one guy pulled over and like, let me help you guys because you're in a shit spot. You're gonna get hit, basically. So magically my car can reverse. It just can't go forward.
At that time.
So like he pulled us like backwards into this like ditch area where cars can pull over and rest for a second.
Yeah.
Because New Zealand has a rule, like if you're tired, pull over, and you can just say that you're sleepy or whatever, and they, you know, I don't know, just pull over, sleep, get some rest.
Yeah.
And so there's a little area for you to just pull over, and he just backed us in there and then said, good luck.
That's literally, it's like, alright, cool, bye.
Yeah, but a lot of people stopped. Like, we counted, like, what, five.
Five. But the
older
funny
couples.
thing is, older couples. It's the elderly ones who stop and like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay?
Do you
have
need
reception?
water?
Can we give you a ride? And they're all elderly. Like, they were easily all past 50, easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Like, no, we're fine. We're just hanging out here.
And they're like, and no millennials, just older people.
Yeah. I just don't give a shit. And I was like, oh yeah, backpacker is broken down. Norm. What's different?
And I think she was still in the mindset of like, maybe we can still go.
I was fine. I think at this point I was really chilled out. I was like, hanging out. We didn't even call AA, so the road assistance, till like about at least half an hour in after it broke down, because I was still so chilled out. I was like, oh, I'm sure we'll be fine, you know. And on that little road as well, there was no reception.
Yeah.
But Bianca found a single spot
that has magic reception.
with the reception. So we like, it was funny because the car is like parked in that ditch across from us, and we're both standing out on the road in this little corner of phones because it's the only place with reception.
And then we realized we weren't going to the crossing. I think it's when we text Eden, we're like, maybe we should tell her that we're not coming. And we get magic reception, and we get this beautiful message from Eden. Let's play it.
Girls, it's so beautiful here. I don't want to get to the campsite because it's so beautiful.
Just rubbing it in our faces without intention of rubbing it in our faces.
That was before I knew that the car died.
That's what I said, without intention.
Yeah, without intention.
Yeah.
We got that message, and I was went through it at the same time. So we both got it right at the same time, and we're like, oh shit.
So we sent it, and we're like, our fan's broken down as we listen to this wonderful message. Oh, it's so beautiful, guys. I wish you were here.
The first message you sent was like, what was it? It was something like, hi.
Like, how do we break the news?
Pretty much, yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And then she sends photos, which I'm sure Bianca will put up here at some point, because they're
Yeah.
actually pretty lush.
Yeah, we broke down at a really beautiful spot. We were next to a forest.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh wait, we have your recording.
What did I say? Me being nervous, talking. I'm fucked.
I don't know what
There
it
was the
said.
one that, we don't want to get to the Tongariro because it's so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Being sarcastic as me.
What is it?
There's so many, dude, honestly.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find it.
We're so sorry. I hope you have a nice walk today and tomorrow. And send us lots of photos. I'm very jealous, but the universe
It's not this. It's not this one.
No.
No.
Yeah, the universe did not want us to go to the crossing, that's for sure.
That's definitely for sure. Because the weather could not be more perfect.
That's the one.
And here, I think we found it.
yeah, it's beautiful here too. We're just stranded. All good. You get to talk about this. It's so beautiful.
In a positive mood. Yeah. I think that was the moment I realized, like, maybe my car is shit. Cause like when I originally bought the car, my friend Anthony is very brutal and honest. He's like, I think you bought a lemon car. I'm like, it's cute, it works, I can sleep in it, it's fine. It didn't give me any problems, to be fair. Like, worked really smooth, like no problems, until this one instant. Like, I really don't think my car wants to do the crossing. That particular car. Fingers crossed. We will eventually do it.
Well, your car definitely don't want to do the crossing.
I think I'm so gonna like. That's so lame, man. But also, I feel like no one could have guessed what would happen. There's no way to check a car and be like, it's gonna be dead in 2 months. I think when she bought it,
perfect.
I actually do believe. I do think that it was in sound condition when she bought it. I just think that because it only happened over 2-3 days, right?
Yeah.
It literally wasn't like a broken down
Barely too.
incident. It was over 2 days. It just died. There was no signs. There was no
no warning. Hey, I'm breaking down.
Yeah, I have a feeling about this. Nothing. It just literally just happened.
Yeah.
There's no way you could have known. Honestly, it's nothing. I guess there's a whole risk of buying a car and owning a car. You don't bloody know.
Yeah. So. I don't know. For all you travelers listening, shit happens, and you're not the only one.
No.
But we got AA, which is great. That's a service here, like an insurance service in New Zealand.
It's like a car.
I don't know what it is, but I own it.
A road service?
Well, it's
Roadside
actually
service.
worldwide. I'm pretty sure you.
At home we call it AAA.
Okay, all right. Well, it's the same thing. Yeah.
But we call it AAA. It's AA here, or AA. I say double A.
And if you're here and you own a car, you have to get membership. Membership means that you are entitled to 6 free tolls. Yeah, 6 free tolls in a year. So we both had 6 each, basically. It's very hard, by the way. It's important to understand this. We both have 6 each. So I used mine and called a toll for us from where we were to the closest town, which is obviously Napier.
Yeah.
And that took an hour and a half because
that's how
in the middle of nowhere we were.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? And it was funny because they literally was like, where do you want to get towed to? Where's your home? And in my head I'm thinking, I don't have a home!
No home!
We have no home! What address do I give you? This makes no sense.
So originally we're like, okay, well tow us to the damn mechanic that told us that we were okay.
Yep.
And I think on the way, the poor tow truck guy, I feel bad because he was just like, how's your trip? We're like, good. What'd you guys do? Joe from Auckland.
Where
we were so short.
I know, we were so short.
I think I was just in shock of the whole thing. Okay, this is, my home is dead. And what do I do next? That was all in my head. What do I do next? What do I do next?
Her home is now just a home.
Yeah,
not mobile
literally
home anymore.
a tiny home. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. I literally don't know what to do. It's like one of those situations. I even texted my parents like, hi, my home is dead. I didn't know what to do.
Very much.
And so I think he was trying to talk to both of us, so I just didn't respond. And so she was stuck being like, good, Auckland, been to this beach.
I was still okay in this game. I really will. I'll be like, you're gonna be fine.
She's like, fine.
It's
Let's
funny.
see the mechanics tomorrow.
It's a story. It's an adventure. Shit will always happen. Right. And also, I was grateful that she wasn't alone. At least there's 2 of us together, which makes the whole thing way better. But yeah, so we were like, okay, we're gonna go to the mechanic. We're gonna camp out there for the night because obviously by the time we get there, it's gonna be shut. Yeah. And then her friend.
I was talking to my friend, so I'm like, I posted on Instagram, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And my car's dead. And so he was like, oh, well, I'll come visit you because I have the day off tomorrow because tomorrow's a holiday, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling her, oh, yeah, he'll come visit because it's a holiday. And I, stopped talking. I was like,
at the same time,
no,
bah.
It's a holiday tomorrow. Nothing's going to be open. And then we're being towed to the mechanic that's not open. So, yeah, we had to rechange. What was the holiday called? Do you remember?
Waitangi Day.
Waitangi
Apparently,
Day.
it's a national day. It's like a national public holiday, like a national day.
I don't know.
I guess
how 4th of July is for us. It's just for them.
Yeah, national
Very
day.
Similar.
Yeah.
It's like a Mara thing.
Yeah, it's a national day.
Waitangi treaty ranges or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but very inconvenient timing.
Yeah.
So.
And by the way, this is a Thursday. Just to make it really clear, this is a Thursday.
No, that was a Wednesday.
No, public holiday was a Thursday.
Yeah, public holiday was Thursday.
Yeah.
Public holidays on Thursday.
So we're panicking in there, being like, shit, we cannot camp at a mechanic for 2 days straight.
Right.
And the truck driver was actually really, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll drop you off at your campsite, wherever you were. And I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, we have no option. So.
Yeah. So they took us to the campsite. He was super nice. Dropped us off.
Poor goodbye.
Yeah, poor Zesty had to ride in the back in the car the whole time. He wasn't allowed in the tow truck. Poor guy, he was like, his little heart racing. I felt really bad for him. But so the place we camped in too, only had like what, 8 spots. And it's free camping. So if you don't get a spot, you have to leave. Otherwise, you'll get a ticket because rangers come by all the time and check to see if you're in a spot. Well, I'm like, okay, well, our car's dead. The spots are taken. There's literally nothing we can do. We're stuck here. So I should have brought the note. But we wrote a lovely note and then put it in the front of the dashboard saying, hi, we're broken down.
I was like, hi, sir dash ma'am, we are broken down.
Yes.
Please don't find us.
Please don't find us. Wake us up if you have any questions. We literally can't start the car.
Yeah.
Basically is what it said.
And usually I feel like all this campsite, you can get away with it if you come late enough or leave early enough. But because it's a city and it's a holiday, they're actively looking to find people. And they come, they're so sneaky, dude. They come at 7 p.m., they drive around, have a quick check to see who's there, who's not there, and then they come back at 2 a.m. and you're asleep to find all the cars that are camped there.
Yeah. And sure enough, there's people parked that weren't in the parking spots that got tickets. And I couldn't sleep because I knew someone was coming. I stayed up most of the night. And sure enough, around 3 o'clock, the little guy, the ranger with the flashlight going from finding people. And I see him walk over to ours. And I'm like getting her up. I'm like, he's coming. He's coming.
I didn't know this.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about this part.
Oh, and so...
And he recognized me.
Yeah, because we've been in the same spot for the couple
But
days.
in a different car. I was in a different car at that time. So obviously I think he was just like, wait, what? I know you. And because everyone's white, I'm the only like probably tourist non-white person there. So obviously he's like, wait, I know you. I'm like, yeah.
With the dog.
With the dog as well. Yeah, there's a lot of locals there, but I don't like anyway. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, we're broken down. Please don't find us. And she's like, all right, make sure you leave tomorrow, and you'll be fine.
He's like, make sure you're out tomorrow, and you'll be good. And basically, the next morning, we realized everyone got a $200 ticket.
Everyone.
But us.
Yeah.
So we really lucked out in that department.
Yeah. I think, to be honest though, they're quite reasonable. If you talk to them, or if you appeal a fine here, I've learned that if a real reason, they're usually pretty okay about it. Yeah. But, yeah.
So, yeah. The next day, I think, what do we do the next day?
We just walked in the town.
Oh, we can't go to the mechanics because it's the holiday, right?
Yeah.
She's still sending us updates and pictures of how beautiful the crossing is. I mean, by that point, we're like, we're not going. At least you should enjoy it. Out of all of us. For us, because we can't go.
Yeah. I also took this picture of the cute stairs that I thought you'd like.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
Very sweet. She made some friends.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Send up pictures of Mount Doom.
Yeah. Lush. Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was very impressive, this mountain.
But what did we do that day? We walked into town, had a quite lovely day actually. We tried to do something to keep our mind off the fact that we're stranded.
We kept our minds busy, reminding myself, because I would go back and forth in my head. I'm like, okay, what do I do? Should I sell my car back at home? We need to get a job. What if we can make the car running? Oh, maybe we should look for cars, look for vans. So we were like off and on, like we'll do like, oh, let's go to a cafe and hang out and be cute. And then we're like, okay, what are we gonna do about the car? Yeah. And then we walk around, go to the beach, and be cute. And then, okay, what about the car? So we were like off and on. Okay. I'm like, what to do?
Because like also it's limbo, right? Because like we know it's dead, but at the same time we don't know it's dead.
Right.
And also we're not like, how do I explain this? We're not in a city where there are cars being sold constantly. So the big mega cities, obviously, Auckland and Christchurch. Yeah. People fly in and out. There's a lot of cars everywhere to be sold and picked up. So we're also thinking like, okay, we need a car now. How is she gonna live until we get down south to buy a car?
Our
car is big. and we'd be okay for a few days, but like I don't think you live in a car for 3 people. So we just back and forth constantly, and we almost got like someone tried to scam us as well. So that was the whole thing.
Yeah, that was like our first day.
That
in
was
the
literally when
morning.
you woke up. Yeah.
Yeah, so after we figured out everyone had fines, this like guy drove around in a little red car, and with his dog and his girlfriend, and he like pulled up next to me, and he's just like asking if we were locals, and I was like, no, not local. And he was like, are you okay? I was like, oh, my car broke down. He goes, oh, I'm a mechanic. I'm like, oh.
No, I'm a part-time kind of mechanic.
Yeah,
I do all
mechanic.
sort of jobs.
I do all kind of things. Like, let me check your car. And he was like, what's wrong with... I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, yeah, the transmission, I think, is shot. And he goes, oh, yeah, totally the transmission. Then, like, it starts driving the car around. So my car was able to move at this point. But then it started dying again. And he's like, oh, yeah, totally a transmission. You need a new one. I know where to get one. And, like, he can get it from, like, the repo. And, like, he's going to call people.
Yeah, he knows some of the wreckers. And they get you a transmission for $300.
And
and put it
$150
in for you for $150.
He's like, you won't get a better deal than that. And then she started asking questions. Well,
because I love I was like, how do you know it's a good transmission when you get from wreckers? I wanted to understand how you test it out, or just like this us messing with him essentially.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, he's like, you just know, you get transmission, you look at it, and like the hinges and the faults. I'm like,
Pretty much what I could have said about
I
the
know.
car.
I was like, okay, bye.
And he's like, okay, well, can I get your guys' number? And I was like, oh, I'll take yours. So he gave me his number from a block phone.
Yeah, dude. Okay, red flag number 1. Right? When someone comes and talks to you about selling you something and has a brick phone, you run.
Yeah. So,
it's like drug dealer number 1, like tip off essentially.
And he's like, okay, we can do it now. What do you think? I'm like, we're gonna go have breakfast and we'll get back to you.
And he kept talking to us. He was like, but because I need a garage, I need the car up and shit. I'm like, wow, like we understand stuff. Like, don't talk to us as though like they've never seen a garage before or how car works ever. It was so funny.
He's like, and then we were told him, oh, we might go to another kind of. Well, don't go to Greg. Yes. Don't go to Greg. Okay, we won't go to Greg.
And I thought it was really funny how he wanted to know where we went. And obviously I know the name of the mechanic where we went to, and so does she. But we both...
like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we both obviously without looking at it agreed on the fact that we will not tell this guy where we've been.
We just
like,
know.
Sketchy, dude. Like, sketchy.
We were on the same page for that. Like,
yeah, pretty much. That was a very fun morning.
Yeah, and then... Eventually, poor Zesty, he's so tired from working so hard today. But, let's see, what did we do? We eventually called a tow truck.
In the evening, and we
got it towed. And of course, the patrol guy came like, hey, congratulations, you're getting towed out of here. Like, right when we were getting...
Literally.
Yeah.
Like oh, finally!
Finally!
Like, yeah.
So, we waved goodbye to him. We get sent to the mechanics. Dropped off there, kind of sketchy, right behind a Pack and Say, which is kind of like for America, I would compare it, no, Walmart. It's like a Walmart. Yeah, Costco is much nicer, but
Costco is New World.
Yeah, New World for New Zealand. But yeah, it was lovely. So
it was like behind a petrol station.
We had no choice but to go there.
Yeah, I got nowhere else to go, dude.
Like, we were laying in the car too. This is when we were originally like, okay, let's do a podcast. But we were both like kind of sad.
That's the moment when finally hit us.
Hit us up.
Like we're sitting in a mechanic. So we couldn't camp at a campsite one more night as well because you can only camp for like 3 nights in a row.
I think it was 2 nights.
Oh, 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
And we had already fulfilled those 2 nights in a row. So even if we had pushed the car into a parking spot, still got a fine.
Yeah.
Because you've been there for 3 nights in a row now. Well, 4 nights actually in a row. So no options.
Yeah, and then like eventually you kind of see it anyways. But then we, what did we do?
We had soup in the
We
car.
had soup. We had a bathroom in the gas station. We had to keep walking in, like, pretending like we're gonna buy something. And like,
Nah.
oh, can we use the bathroom?
Pretty much.
And so,
Went to
yeah,
bed.
she sent her pictures of her hut that she's sleeping in. And we're like, okay, whatever, good night. And so we decided the next morning we're gonna get up at 7.
Before they come in.
Before they come in, so we don't look as pathetic,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping out of our car as they roll in. And then as I get up, I'm wondering, hey, maybe they also won't be here because Thursday was a holiday and then today's a Friday and Kiwis could make any excuse to have time off.
Seriously.
So what if he extended it to the entire weekend? Because people do that here.
I don't know.
They really
is
make
there
up
a
their
word
own
for
hours.
it in English? I know in Spanish the same word called a bridge.
Yeah,
Bridge.
Yeah,
just
I'll say
invitation.
Hebrew.
Yeah, you
Also
just
in Hebrew,
you just
yeah.
kind of say, all right, it's no point coming on a Friday. Just kind of all with a Monday.
Yeah.
Said 9 a.m. We finally knew.
So there is opens. Mechanics open at 8, and we got up at 7. So we get ready, and yeah. By I think by 9 o'clock we're like, so what do you want to do? And I was just like, I don't want to do anything. So we laid back in the car because I was like tired. I haven't slept in a few days because my mind is like everywhere. I don't know what to do. So we laid back in the car, and then we were in the car for a little bit. I think 2 hours. We're like, this is depressing. Let's go somewhere.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, no way. I'll find it all
So we
day.
walked over and tried to get on the bus. Got kicked off because you can't bring a dog.
And that was so frustrating for Ollie. We timed it and all as well. Ran for the bus too.
Ran for the bus, so got kicked off. Yep.
No compassion, I tell you.
And
No
then we
compassion.
walked to a park, and then realized, we might as well walk into town because she's finally coming back from her trip. And
I'm sorry, girls.
No, we're happy you did this. We're just telling our wonderful story about you through the crossing.
That was like an hour walking to town.
Yeah, it was an hour walk, but it wasn't too bad. Like it went by really quick.
fine.
And
It's a nice town as well, so you don't really feel like
yeah, the town is really awesome. Like if I were to break down anywhere else, I think we'd have a different experience. But we broke down in a good town.
Definitely. Like an actual town.
Yeah, got some coffee. Finally, like when we rolled into the coffee shop, we met up with 2 other people from our last job, which were super sweet. And then she rolled in like 5 minutes after them. Like it was
Timing
almost
was pretty
perfect.
good.
Oh,
timing.
really? I didn't know it was
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we just sat
Cool.
down.
All
Right.
at the same time. Like we all kind of just showed up.
Yeah.
Like we got there 10 minutes before. They sat down 10 minutes after, and then you showed up like 5 minutes after.
Cool, alright.
Yeah, and then we.
Yeah.
What did we do?
I really
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to rush. Like
She did though.
She-
You did a 6-hour hike in like 4 hours. Seriously, that morning. And then she drove like 3 hours in about like 2. I don't want to know how fast you were going. Don't tell me, please.
90,
Sure. It's your gas money. Sure. but
Whatever.
But yeah, basically, but she got there. Like I think honestly, pretty big deal. So it was good. We chilled out. But the day before, when I was panicking on where to sleep for Bianca, because obviously, like in order to have it all fit in one car, we emailed a lot of HelpX people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what HelpX is.
No, a lot of
Okay,
people don't know what HelpX is. When I explain that I'm doing HelpX, it's like, what is that? Even some travel on the road.
It happened.
I knew it was gonna
Wait,
happen.
let me just fix it while you guys keep going.
For
But I
the
knew-
listeners.
Yes. For the listeners, our little backdrop just dropped. But yeah, for like HelpX is basically like you reach out for accommodation, and usually it was food and accommodation for 4 hours of work a day.
Yeah. Help in exchange for accommodation.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So each place is different that you can apply to. We usually try to reach out to animal-loving people because we have a dog.
Yeah, and no kids.
Kids are cute from afar. And so we found this one, which is ended up being really nice, and we do a lot of gardening, which is actually really rewarding.
And a whole space to ourselves.
Yeah, we have a whole space to ourselves. So we lucked out. We have like a whole lodge to ourselves.
Yeah,
with a
it's
hotel
really, really
kitchen.
It's really nice.
So
It's
nice.
Yesterday was the first day that I lay in bed all day.
Mhm.
It's been 2.5
Yeah.
months, 3 months
Oh my
almost.
God.
I lay in bed all day. I would come on TV. I was like, wow, I feel I'm actually home on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like a Sunday at home. You do
Self-care
nothing.
Sunday.
Exactly. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. So we had that aligned as well for when she came back. It worked perfectly. Like she was like, Katie was like, oh, come by at 5. I'm like, oh, perfect. I didn't get it at 4. We'll get it at 5. All good. All good.
So I think we, like, if it didn't work out with the helpbacks, we were just gonna do like 3 girls and 1 van with a dog. Like we could have made it work, but this is obviously much better. And I don't know. It's nice. It's a nice little exchange for not having the car and a place to sleep. So we left the car to mechanics. Yeah. Yeah.
Left a little note as well saying that, hi, we're the girls with the dog. Remember us?
Remember us? And you sent us on our way.
Car broke down. We'll be back. See you Monday.
So when I realized my car was dead, I realized we need to start looking for new vans.
I think that was like before when we were like we couldn't sleep as well for cars. Let's back up. We didn't know yet the car was completely dead, but I think at that point it was looking like it.
So I reached out to a few people. A few of them didn't reach back, but one did. A little French couple, super cute couple. They're like, we have this van and they're trying to get rid of it before they go back home to France. And I thought they were in Wellington the whole time, so I've already prepared this speech to give to Anthony of how, because he lives in Wellington now, of how he should check out this car and
for me,
and like, maybe possibly drive it up for me, and like it's this whole speech in my head. And like I'm talking to this lady, and she goes, "Oh no, we're in Napier." I was like, "No way!" So I didn't have to talk to Anthony, and I could see this car. And so, did we see the car before we went to the helpbacks? Dude, you were with us.
No, I was with you.
It was yesterday, dude.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
No, because we had to make an appointment.
2 days ago. It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
What's today? Today's Monday, so it was Saturday. We decided to see this car. So we had a couple days with the car.
Yeah. I think we saw the
Time
car
is so weird.
at the day after we got here.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, that people don't fly out of Napier ever.
No,
it's not an
airport
airport
here,
but it's not a thing.
Small, very small.
So it's surprising to find someone who's flying a car in Napier because they're flying out of Napier on Wednesday. Like the whole thing was a bit too
strange.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
It worked out. It really worked out.
So it's a very nice car. So I think in the last podcast you guys learned about self-contained and non-self-contained, and my car was a non-self-contained, so it was really hard to find campsites.
Yeah, especially
with a dog.
Yeah.
Especially with a dog.
It's like 2 filters, right? You need non-self-contained and a dog.
Yeah, it was difficult. Like a lot of times they had to camp at different campsites, and we would meet up the next day because it's like the free situation, or I had to pay for a holiday park. So there was a lot of factors that worked into that, and then so it was nice that this car it's self-contained. It's very spacious. It's really big.
It's huge, dude.
But they also needed to fly out tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I looked at it Saturday. And they're like, we need to get rid of a car. I needed a car. So we decided, I really liked the car. I drove it around, really liked it. But she's like, you need to see a mechanic first. There's no way we're buying another car.
I helped to buy the first car, and I feel quite responsible. Even though, rationally, I'm aware that even if it got a car checked at that time, there would have been no problems.
Yeah.
Because it was in a good shape, and there was nothing for you to actually be like, hang on a minute, I see a problem there. It would have died anyway. I know that rationally, but I still had her buy that car.
I think if I was in her situation though too, I would feel the same way as her. So like I get it.
So anyways,
So she's like, okay, we're gonna put it through a mechanic.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I asked so many questions. I felt a little guilty because I kind of was hounding them. I was like, paperwork? Where is this? Where is it? And they're like,
we did the oil ourselves. We did this ourselves.
And I was just like, I'm sorry, but it's not good.
Like they seem like good people. The person that also I bought my first car seemed like good people. But I told them my situation, like how my Honda broke down. They're like, Oh no way, we had a Honda. Oh no way, it was the same year.
Yeah.
Oh no way, it died too. So it's like I don't know. Maybe we should like put a big warning out on Facebook or something. Don't buy this car because it dies.
But I think for me as well, I feel like they also don't trust a lot because they bought the car without doing any of the checks as well.
No services.
But
nothing.
but then I want to be really clear as well. They knew that having the car for only 3 months.
Yeah.
They did a road trip around New Zealand and the car was only for that purpose. So for example, for 3 months, I wouldn't even be bothered because you know it's fine. It'll be fine more or less.
That's true.
But because Bianca is obviously gonna have her whole year, we have to make sure to
it's not
stay
gonna
up
die.
for a whole year. It's very different.
Yes.
So I felt quite guilty asking all the questions, being like paperwork, this,
But you
that.
have to.
But you have to. You really, no matter how nice it is, but they were very cute.
They were both adorable.
So
yeah.
cute.
Very adorable.
But
couple.
you have
Very
to do
nice
all
couple.
those things. Yeah, because the last service sticker, by the way, was in 2014. So I was like,
We're like, okay, well, we'll just get it checked. They agreed that, yeah, they'll do it with us. We paid for the checkup with the mechanics. This morning, we finally met up with them, got it all checked out, got the confirmation that my car is dead. I finally met up with Heath again, our mechanic that sent us off, and he was like,
laughed at me.
he laughed at me. I showed up at the shop this morning because they are doing the gardening, Helpex, and I showed up without them. I'm like, hey guys, you remember me? And they're like, oh, you're the girl with the car. I'm like, yeah. So we like talk shit back and forth, and basically he's like, okay, well, I'll check it this afternoon for you. I'll get back to you, give you your number. I was like, well, I'm gonna go see. Okay, I had a panic mode. I didn't tell you guys this. I had a panic mode. Another panic mode. Okay, so
Another one.
Nothing new, guys. Nothing new.
Okay, so quickly, I'll say this quickly. So he told me, don't buy a new car. I'll make sure that this one runs. And I told him, I'm gonna go see another car and get it checked by a mechanic. He's like, don't buy a new car. And I was
Wow, dude.
like, okay, that's why I tried calling you. Remember? You had a missed call from me because I needed some advice.
Was super bad. It only came through much later.
I know. So I like called so a couple other people, and then I called my friend Dan. Was the only person that picked up, and I was like, hey, I need your advice. I just need someone to tell me. Like, basically, I needed him to say what I needed to hear. So I'm like, I told my situation. I told him the 2 cars, and he's like, okay, well, if your old car works, good, sell it.
Yeah.
Sell it and
said
buy the new car. And I thought that in my head
Mhm.
already. I just needed someone to tell me that
That's
before I
good
go and
advice.
made a decision and bought a car. Because I'm like, what if I don't hear back from this mechanic?
Yeah.
And then the car's good, and I had to buy this car, and like I had so many things in my head. So I had a freak out panic moment, but he walked me through it, and he's like, just sell it.
Yeah.
If it's good.
Yeah.
And then
Same.
it'll give you money for the new car, which
Same.
you need anyway.
Yeah, I would have probably told you sell it for $1,000,
Yeah.
$1,000, and added expenses.
Yeah, exactly. So he said what I needed to hear. And I met the couple. It took 2 hours. We finally got the report, and everything was okay. I just needed new brake pads and suspension, which we got a price at Heath, the mechanic, and he did for like $300, which was really
I think he
nice.
felt pretty guilty, my opinion.
I'm sure he fucking does.
Because he's like, oh my god, I told these girls yes, they got broken down, camped outside of my closed garage.
Yeah. And so he's like, I'll do it for you right now. I'll
Yeah,
fix it for you right
But
now.
I can say that's like honestly so rare because Hastings and Napier, I called 6 mechanics the day that we had needed to get a check, all booked for the next 2 weeks.
He felt bad, dude.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah,
really
I
bad.
felt so bad. So he after we made a deal with the couple, and then I was just like on a high all day because I went through this high like, oh my god, I'm panicking. Okay, I'm okay. Oh my god, I'm panicking. I just bought a car. I'm okay. And then I don't know. It was just a weird day, but
we did everything right this
worked
time.
out.
Like,
I haven't
second time around, we did everything by the book, and I promise you, by the book. Every paperwork check, did a pre-purchase check, got everything fixed by the book. Nothing has been left unturned. Unturned. That's the word.
Yeah. So now I have too many cars.
She does.
But more of the story. No, it's gonna get sent to the junkyard. I'll probably get a couple $100 from it. My old van. I'll take everything out, obviously, put it in the new van. But the mechanics, since he said he would do it today, I had to pick it up tomorrow, brand new, because I wanted to come home to them and see if they needed help gardening. They were all done. And yeah, so a good into the story, right? I don't know. Like, we still didn't do the crossing. We will. We have a working car.
Yeah.
But okay, if something happens to where we can't do the crossing, then we know the universe is like, you guys are not supposed to do the crossing. We have sent you so many signs.
Like 3 times
Stop
rule,
going to
right?
do the crossing.
The 3rd time you fail, it's just bad juju. Just don't try again.
Yeah,
Bad juju.
Yay.
But I believe that you'll do it.
She's the most positive out of all of us.
And
She's the most optimistic.
And she's done it, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll see how it happens.
Yeah, so that's our fun story, guys. Thanks for letting us rant.
I know.
Mostly me.
It's fine. We all had moments. I had my little moment as well.
Oh.
But yeah. If you buy a car ever again, just get a check. Get a pre-purchase inspection check. No matter how lame it sounds, if it is, get it done.
Yeah, and like the couple too, they were just like, okay, yeah, cool. But I know it's like, since they didn't get it checked,
They were so worried.
They were so nervous. Like, what actually something goes wrong with this car? What are we gonna do? Because they had to fly out to France tomorrow, so they needed to get rid of the car. I needed a car. It just worked out. So it's like when my parents say I'm a balloon and shit works out for me and my favorite things like this happen, and
It's a really cute van though. It's super cute.
Super cute. I'll post pictures and you guys can see.
But she's already over her old car because everyone felt like she's over it. She's like, oh,
okay.
Hi!
I love
Zesty,
I love my
car.
car.
Over it. Like we went to go pick up stuff in the car, and Zesty saw the car. Immediately went to the car, lay down. I was like, my home. And she's like, no.
Sassy gets to test things. Like, he likes having consistency.
Sorry,
And right now,
he looked at
he's like, yes. But he likes consistency. So right now we don't have much because we go to different campgrounds, different homes, different helpbacks, whatever.
You're like, true that.
Yes. I second that. But so he knows like the car's his home. So now I need to get him retrained, saying this new van is also your home.
It's gonna be funny because when we first left the car,
I feel bad.
He'd get in the car and look over at our car. He'd just be like, but I should be in that car, not this car. So now he's gonna be like, wait, what? Where's my car?
You're such a good puppy dog.
But he wants to be.
Yeah, he likes food, guys. Don't keep your food around him. He will eat your food. Okay, so I thought to end the podcast it would be fun because I was like, well, what will make this podcast a little lighter and people can share my misery of having a shit van. It's not a shit van. I actually really love that van. Mm-hmm. But great memories. It just had to die. It was the end of its life. So I posted on, what do you call this site? Reddit. Saying, hey, does anybody have funny stories? So some people reached out. So it's actually pretty entertaining. And one of them, which I'm going to share first, was probably my favorite. Because I could totally relate to his story. Okay. It's from, his name is pretty cool. Candy Butterscotch. He goes, sorry you're having bad luck on the road. I hope you get on your way soon. We had some doozies on the road, but my least favorite experience was when my radiator blew in Yellowstone, which is, in the US. If you guys don't know where that's at.
Yeah.
In the pouring rain. Only mechanic in the park did not have any parts. No tow truck services for reasons I will never understand. And limped the rig to the West Yellowstone. Had to order parts. Had 2 dogs with us. No pet-friendly hotels.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yep. Happened over a holiday weekend. So it
Same
took
thing.
a total, right. Took a total of 4 days to fix. Effectively homeless with 2 dogs, and it rained the entire time.
Oh
and we
God.
didn't have a tent the first night.
Oh my God.
Yes,
that's
a story, man.
Because we couldn't even, the campsite we had a sign where it was like, if you cannot camp here, you have to find different accommodations. And all the accommodations obviously were not pet friendly. Mm-hmm. So we told the security as well, like, we can't go anywhere. We have a dog.
Yeah.
sad.
So yeah, I can relate to his story. Holiday, pet.
Same thing.
Like we at least
Yeah.
we had a place to sleep in, and he didn't have a tent.
Yeah, because
So-
it's not really a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
sucks.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand though. Like maybe he went to Yellowstone for the day. Like I don't know, but I don't know.
Maybe I don't think it's a camper.
Yeah,
It means
but either way, like
still fail.
it's car fail. Yeah. All right. So this person said, driving on a Nevada desert highway in a freshly tuned up old 60 class Wetafella when the gas pedal didn't respond.
Same.
All the dashboard lights came on, and I had to coast onto the shoulder and come to a stop. Through the rearview mirror, black smoke was coming out through the motor. To make a long story short, there was a fuel line break while operating the vehicle, and there was fire quickly spread from the motor into the entire cabin. The canvas tops and was burning from leaking fuel underneath the van as well.
Are you serious? What the fuck?
The fire truck pulled up and the van windows exploded onward, and one fireman goes, "Damn!" grabs his iPhone, records a video of the fireball that explodes on my wheels. That day sucked.
Oh my god! Okay, I feel really good for
Like, shit could be worse. Like, his car exploded.
you. You need to buy insurance, by the way, for this new car.
Yeah, funny thing. Maybe I shouldn't say my parents are listening. I didn't
Well,
know.
you don't have to get it here.
Okay, so it's not the same as
illegal.
the US, but yeah, you don't have to get insurance, but it's recommended, which I will do on my
I think
van.
also, like, if your car is not even worth the insurance you're paying, don't get insurance. Like, what are you paying for? And her old car, let's be honest here, like, she would have gotten more money if the car got stolen than she paid for.
Yeah, I could have someone drive it in a ditch and like get more money for it.
Yeah, exactly. So
But-
there's no point really getting insurance because it just wasn't worth that much.
Yeah, those are my favorite two.
The second one is my favorite.
Oh my god.
Same.
Like the first one I can relate with the dog situation.
The pet
not
friendly,
having a pet friendly
especially.
hotel.
That's a rough bit, I
Because
think.
it's the hardest when you have a pet, because you don't want to leave your pet behind. Obviously, I brought my dog in New Zealand.
And he
but
was
yeah.
so mad. So he got towed twice in 2 days. Like I need to sink in. He got towed twice in 2 days, and both times in the car, he's like, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?"
He like looked clear at us through the window, like,
Yeah, like
excuse me, you forgot me in here again?
Oh, post this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'll post the picture. Maybe
Yeah.
that should be my thumbnail. Is Esty sitting in the van, looking so sad.
He looked so mad as well. Not even sad. It's like full on like mad at us.
Like you bitches.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's pretty
That's
much.
pretty much what he was thinking. Well, let's see. I can read a couple from this guy, but when I read it earlier, it didn't make sense to me. Oh, it got 10 upvotes, so maybe it makes sense to other people. Okay. Woke up in Croatia with ant trails inside a motorhome. We left a fold-away chair lent again in the van and came straight up and in. Does that make sense to you?
That's what?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to you.
That's what?
Okay. We left a fold-away chair bent against the van. Maybe.
No,
Bent-
Lent.
Lent. Alright.
The
Oh,
foldaway chair.
Oh shit.
The foldaway chair was leaning against things, so they crawled up the chair
Oh,
into the
gotcha.
motorhome. That's
Okay.
funny. That's actually real funny.
Okay.
That's actually pretty
So,
funny.
ants trailed inside because he had a chair leaning up against the van.
And they walked from
And
the
they
ground.
walked on the ground to the chair into the camper van. Oh my gosh.
It's a bit
That's
cute.
annoying.
It's a bit cute, actually.
Okay, let's see. Gas on the fridge didn't work. In France, we had a guy fully ship the jet burners in a 35-degree plus heat. That's Celsius. Okay?
Yeah,
That's hot. That's hot, right?
really hot.
It's really hot.
Like hot.
We fixed it, but we didn't have a cold beer to celebrate. Going down through the Alps to the border of Switzerland, we got a brake fade. That was very scary. What does that mean?
A break what?
Brake fade. We got brake fade.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe the brakes went out.
Or maybe the brake like skidded. I feel like a brake that.
Yeah, see, he has a lot, but I don't understand what he's talking about.
I think
there's a language barrier here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's using a different language word and translating literally, which makes no sense in English.
Brake fade. Let's see. Had a slow puncture that we decided to get fixed 4 months into the trip. Bad decision. Just get it fixed. Let's see. Had to fix the fridge again and buy compressed air while waiting for a ferry. The ferry was the morning after a massive storm, which made the Ponte Morandi Bridge collapse.
I don't know. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. Maybe someone can tell us what that means. And let's see, the last one he said, while using a 12V tire pumping machine to blow up said slow puncture tire, it blew out all the electronics, including our heating system, which we didn't need at the first, but then we got it in November. It dropped to 9 degrees in the van, so we really missed it.
So he pumped the tire and then he blew everything up.
Yeah.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah. He said, all in good fun. Hope you get back on the road soon.
Well, she will be. She went far.
So those are some stuff that people responded to my post this morning. So thank you for participating and cheering me up about your road trip stories versus my road. It doesn't seem okay. I guess we could have been worse.
Yeah, I think it was just the fact that like it was one after the other. It was like, you know, the car broke down and a public holiday and a mechanic took another day off.
She had a beautiful trip.
Exactly.
All these things.
You know, we had like we couldn't go. We had a dog. Couldn't go anywhere else. Almost got fined. Couldn't get on a bus. Like I just felt like it was more like the stockpiling on us that made us feel worse than the actual thing that happened.
But your car could have blown up.
It's true.
So,
and it could have had a fireman going, sweet ass!
Yeah.
Taking a video.
That's pretty well what happened.
Kiwi talk.
Sweet ass!
Sweet ass. We'll do that. We'll do a fun podcast for you guys next with all three of us. And we're going to do, I guess, that Kiwi slang. So, which will be really fun. But if you guys manage to listen to this whole podcast and listen to us rant, you're a special human. So thank you for listening to us. And if you want to follow our adventures, I will post all our Instagrams in like the comments or section below. I don't know how it works still. I'll put it somewhere so you guys can find it. If you guys have any stories that you want to share, let us know. It'll make us feel better.
Or any advice.
Any advice on the road? I don't know. Whatever you guys want to say. You want to say hi? I don't know.
Before her car
please
died,
say hi.
She had just
please say hi. We're lonely. Oh, this is why I love traveling with them. Please say hi. But yeah, you guys have any final words before we shut this down?
yeah,
Ceci, any final grunts and words? Yeah.
Okay.
He's so tired. Alright, thanks everyone for watching / listening. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!